Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So we got the computer rebuilt, things should get back to normal now, and we are checking out the Racepass cars. In the free section, we got the Devo, the 765 LT, and we got the Countach LPI 800-4. And none of these are really what I would call excellent live racing cars, but Countach probably has the best low performance point high Evo setting, and those are often really good for live races. The Bugatti and McLaren do have a low performance point high Evo, but the numbers don't look as good, so they're probably just going to be kind of so at live racing, and the Countach will probably do halfway decent at live racing if you set it up on a low performance point high Evo tune. So the Countach is probably going to be the best live racing car. Now the Devo is a really amazing looking car. Don't get that confused with the band that says whip it, whip it good, whip it, whip it real good. That's a different Devo, and I think I sang that wrong, but anyways, the Devo is a cool looking car. Now, the world record time for the Devo appears to be a 7.343. I went to the world record sheet. I pulled this off. This is from the Scatner YouTube channel. That's where the screenshot came from. This will do 321 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 0.3 something, 0 to 100 in about 0.6. So it's a pretty fast car. It's got decent top speed, decent acceleration. I have to say really good acceleration, and an overall decent time. So it's not a bad car. It does have a live racing-ish setup, but I really don't expect it to be the world's greatest live racer, but overall it's a pretty decent car. Like it, don't love it, not bad. Let's move on to the next car. So the next car is a 765 LT by McLaren, and well, it's one of them cars. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can set this up on low upgrades and get a somewhat decent low PP high Evo setup, but it's not going to be great. I think you only get around like 1400 Evo, which is not really ideal, but it might do okay for a couple of live races, but I wouldn't make this my main live racer. This car is capable of doing a 7.2. It's got about 390 miles per hour on top speed, acceleration around 0 to 60 in 0.8 something, 0 to 100 in about 1.1 something, so it's got good top speed, good acceleration. It's a little bit faster, but yeah, between those two cars, it's really hard to say which one's better. They've got similar times. I mean, that one has slightly better top speed, but they're both very comparable cars. Neither one's going to be the greatest live racer, and they're just both going to be kind of decent. So anyways, let's move on to the next car. Alright, so next we have the Countach LPI 800-4, and this one does have a somewhat decent live racing setup. It's not going to be the world's best live racer, but it will be okay, I do believe. This car will do in the 6.9, so it's the fastest out of all of them. It's got 408 miles per hour on the top speed, 0 to 60 in around 0.7, 0 to 100 in about 1.2, so it's got nice acceleration, it's got the best top speed, and it's the fastest, plus it's got the best live racing setup, so this seems like the best car to choose out of the three. So out of the free cars, my first choice would probably be the Countach. It's also easy to get parts for. My second choice would be the Devo, and my third choice would be the 765 LT. But that's me personally. You might like the stats on one better than the other. So it depends on what you're trying to accomplish or what you're currently trying to do as to which car you should choose. But I personally like the Countach, the Devo, and then the 765 in that order. Yeah. Let's move on to the paid cars. Now in the paid section, we got the Ford Supervan. We got the Zonda Revo Barchetta by Pagani. I think I said that wrong. And then we have the McLaren Speedtail. So we got three cars in here. Which ones are worth getting? Let's find out. Alright, so first we're going to take a look at the crazy Pagani Zonda Revo Barchetta. When you're dyslexic and you can't read, man, these car names are crazy. But this is it right here. And it's a very interesting and weird looking car with the color scheme and stuff. Looks pretty cool. They make really awesome looking cars, but in this game, most of the Paganis are not really that good, unfortunately. But let's check out the stats. So this car is a 7.1 car. It does have purple stars. It does 407 miles per hour, around 6. 0 to 60 in around 0.6, and 0 to 100 in around 1.2s. So it's got good acceleration, good top speed, and it is a 7.1 car, but I don't think you're going to find anything that's going to make this car do well at live racing. So it's not really going to be my top pick as a live racer, but it's an overall all-around cool car for the most part. Let's go look at the next one. Alright, so next up on the list is the Ford Supervan. And I actually really like this thing. It's cool, it's weird, it's unique, and it's actually a pretty good car. It does have a great live racing setup from what I remember. I do have some videos on this car, and I also have some videos on the Countach on how to set them up for live racing, so you guys might want to check that out. But let's check out the stats on this bad boy. So the Supervan is a 6.7 car. It's very fast. It's got 317 miles per hour on the top speed. 0 to 60 in around 0.4 something, and 0 to 100 in 0.5 something. This is another screenshot from Joker, but it's a very fast car, very nice car with a good live racing setup, so this is definitely a good choice. But let's go look at the next car. Next up, we have the McLaren Speedtail, and this is actually a very interesting car. So let's check out the stats and times and stuff on that. I think this one had a live racing setup, but I'm going to need to double check. So let me look at that really fast. I looked at this yesterday, but I forgot like a big dumb dummy. So I'm double checking. Yeah, we're up over 1,800 EVO with only the transmission, tires, and nitrous upgraded. So this does have a low performance point high EVO that should be pretty good at live racing. So let's find out what's going to be the best choice, this guy right here or the Supervan. So let's check out the stats on this guy, and then we'll tell you my final thoughts on which paid cars to choose. It looks like Zoocar has the fastest world record time on this car. It's a 6.9 car. It does 476 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in around 0.8, 0 to 100 in about 1.2. So man, this and the Supervan are both excellent. The numbers on both are excellent. So the question is here is, do we choose the Supervan or do we choose the Speedtail? I'm definitely not going to choose the Zonda Revo Barchetta. I mean, it's a really cool looking car and everything, but the numbers are not as good as the other two. I mean, if you've got the other two already, by all means grab the Pagani, but that's the only situation where I would grab the Pagani. But between the Supervan and the McLaren, that is a very hard choice. I think it's going to come down to personal preference. They're both going to be good at live racing because they both have those good low performance point high EVOs. Personally, I think I would choose the Supervan just because it's different, it's unique, it's really cool. But if you don't like the van look, I guess go with the McLaren. I think it's really going to come down to looks on this one because their top speeds are good, their accelerations are good, they're both fast cars. I mean, you can't beat either one of those cars, honestly. So again, in the free ones, I would probably grab the Countach, then the Devo, then the McLaren, something along the lines of that. And for the paid ones, man, the McLaren or the Speedtail, I'm sorry, the McLaren or the Supervan, whatever, it's really good. They're both really good. Just grab one. Just eeny, meeny, miny, moe that thing. Just like eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a supercar by the toe, even though one's a van and not a supercar. Whatever. It's a cool thing. I like it. I like them both. They're awesome. Pick the one you like the looks of best, I think, or the one you like the stats of best. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I think that's going to wrap this up. Huge shout out to my super channel members. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys big time. Thank you for the support. I just got my PC rebuilt, and all the channel members and the people just watching my videos or donating or buying anything off the links in the video over there, the description, the pinned comment, that helps the channel keep things going. Like, I just had to spend a few $100 to upgrade a new processor and motherboard, and you know, you guys support really helps that happen so I can keep bringing you guys videos. So thank you. I'm not feeling good still, so if I seem a little out of it, I'm sorry. I still feel like crap sandwiches, but you know, these videos must go on. The PC's working, all is good. So the live streaming should get back to normal. The video making schedule should be back to normal now. So yeah. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I know I'm babbling on. I'm sorry, but we'll have a good day or something, right? All right. Catch you guys later. See ya.